We'll be good. All right. Cool.
Don't judge me, yo.
No, don't worry. No one's gonna judge us.
Muted.
Why would anybody judge?
Fucking hate the Rockets.
No one's
Okay.
gonna judge. Do you judge?
What, doing what?
I don't know.
I don't
asking.
judge. I really don't judge. So
Me either.
whatever.
I mean, the fact that they're playing Golden State's the only thing I agree with. That they
yeah.
win.
Hey guys, welcome to Beer Break. Just gonna go right into it. My name is Albie. I'm joined today by my friends Juan and John.
There you go. Got it right from last time. Jonathan. There you go. I'm
Jonathan, John.
Hey man, I just like the name Jonathan.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. no.
He's infatuated with it.
And this is Beer Break, and so we're drinking beer, and we're all drinking different types of beers. Juan, you want to talk about what beer you're drinking?
Yeah, we're drinking Carbox Crawford Bock. And, sorry, you were going to go?
No, you go.
No.
We're going to cut him off again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's been infamous for that today.
Yeah, I've been
And then we're drinking Austin East Cider Pineapple. And we're also drinking Budweiser Select, which is actually my favorite go-to domestic.
Yes, sir.
I don't really drink beer, so I don't know what they're talking about. But
No.
yeah.
Albie's already drunk, everybody.
So yeah, we're drinking that stuff. Hopefully, it gets us, fucked up,
Get us in the mood. Yeah, just get us
But
relaxed.
from there on, we've been playing and watching some stuff as we do because
Yes,
we
sir.
have no lives now.
Yes,
So
sir.
This is all we do. And we know.
So I'm not gonna make the same fucking mistake I did from the first time I came out. I'm gonna pay attention to the fucking camera this time. I did not.
It's not even there.
Yeah, I know it's not there. But the
didn't
thing
even-
is, like last time, I was just so oblivious. I didn't know
Dude,
that you guys were gonna
you're-
put.
But you're like the secret star in the sky.
So
You're-
all those random hand gestures and stuff is I just didn't want the mic to pick it up because I didn't know.
Don't listen to him, guys.
Yeah,
All right,
this is
anyway.
what we don't want. If you
Yeah,
don't see him on the next episode, you
Okay.
know why.
John is a
Yeah,
crazy
I'm
man.
drunk. I'm fucked up already.
Yep, there you go. That's what we want.
Anyways,
So yeah, we've been playing and watching things. What have you guys been watching? Juan, you want to go?
Yes. So, update on Sharp Objects. I am 6 episodes in. Subject matter gets really fucking dark, like too dark.
Is it so dark you can't see?
is that the one that you told me
No.
that like the first episode is just kind of just like you just got to get through it or whatever?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's slow. It's like I told
Okay,
everyone, it's
yeah, it's
slow.
slow.
I mean, right now it's getting really interesting because at this point, they're 2 episodes away, I guess, finding out who the killer could be. Obviously, I don't know yet, but everything about Amy Adams' role is fucking crazy. I mean, substance abuse, self-harm, it's all factors into this. Doesn't involve like the family like drama. That's fucking crazy. It's badass, honestly. I'm really enjoying it. I'll probably next episode I'll let you know how I wrap it up. And I'm also playing Uncharted 4 again because that conversation
Made you play it?
yeah, it made me play it again, and I
Made you go back.
I stayed up till like 6 a.m. at one point playing
Damn.
it, and it was fucking great.
That's cool.
Damn.
So yeah, I'm still doing
Me
that.
and my brother are playing Uncharted also.
There you go.
On the big
So,
screen.
so
There
I,
you go.
so I guess I won that.
The
argument then,
influencer.
huh?
No, you didn't win any argument.
You influenced him.
In my
I
mind,
went-
you've
I went-
lost every argument
I
you've
went
ever
home the
started
next
before you
day.
even begun.
I went home the next day and I was telling my brother about the topics that we're
Stab
talking
this
about. I was telling him about the topics we were talking about, and then he's like, "Dude, I played Uncharted. Those games are fucking dope." I was just like, "Juan
See?
won that."
Point 1.
No, of course you're dope, but mine are doper.
No one even plays Mass Effect anymore.
They're missing out. That's all I gotta say to that.
No, anymore. Like, there's no replay value. You
What?
play it once.
There's
and
no
that's it.
replay value. What the fuck are you talking about? You could be a girl. And
All right, we're not about to. We're not about to
Yeah.
rehash this.
So what
There's
do
no
you,
replay value in Uncharted. That's for sure.
what do you
But
what do
you
you
just said you were replaying it.
Yeah, because
So
I
yeah,
want to.
yeah, exactly.
so what are you watching, Albie?
I'm watching you. No, it's fine.
Dios mío.
He knows John scheduled this episode.
I was watching. Oh, fuck! I was watching. What was the movie that I put on? Damn it! What was that? No, I just recently watched.
Ted
Oh
Bundy
yeah,
movie.
duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I watched the Ted Bundy movie. Shockingly evil, something incredibly vile. Something.
Is Zac Efron
something.
still poppy?
It's a really long title.
It's like 6 words.
That's long
Really?
for me.
That's too long for Drunk Happy, everybody.
I just needed to say Ted Bundy. That's it. No, sorry. No.
But you didn't answer my question. Is Zac Efron still Poppy?
Pop. What?
Poppy.
Is he Poppy?
Is he Poppy?
What the heck is that? I don't know what you're talking.
Is? Okay,
Oh,
never
God.
mind.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, so I've been watching
God damn it.
that Ted Bundy movie with Zac Efron.
Mhm.
Well, I watched it. It was really good. It was really good. It really explored. It's interesting because it never really touches on the actual murders that he
Mhm.
did. Which I think is good because there's no need for us to really
Obviously.
delve into the horror of all that stuff.
Especially
through
with
it
the
all.
Ted Bundy tapes too.
Exactly.
Dude,
exactly.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's shit's dark.
Yeah, and so what's cool is that you kind of see it from the perspective of his wife, and then in the middle it kind of cuts to him, but you see it from the perspective of his wife, and it kind of really paints the picture of like, it's hard to believe that this guy would end up, being such a psychopath, and I think Zac Efron definitely toes the line between charismatic and
Mhm.
psychopath, and
Yeah.
little by little as you keep watching the movie, he kind of lets you into the facade of
Mhm.
Ted Bundy, and it's really fascinating to watch. And there's
Like into that character who he really like kind of was.
yeah,
right?
yeah, and it culminates in a scene in the end where it's just one shot and it just stays on Zac Efron's face, and basically spoiler alert. I mean, it's based on a true story, so
Yeah.
But-
I mean, clearly, if you don't know who he is, I mean,
But basically, his wife is begging him to tell her the truth. She's begging and begging and begging because all this time she thinks that she might have caused all this media circus around him because
Mhm.
she had given his name to the cops years ago when they were initially looking for somebody who had a beetle and who looked like a sketch, and she was like, my husband looks a little bit like that, but I'm scared that he's, but she thinks that she was the catalyst for that, and in the end she says she wants him to release her, because in essence he's kind of killing her with that because she doesn't know if he's good or bad. She needs to know for sure that he is a bad person,
Yeah.
and it just stays on his face, and he's just telling her like, you can't believe those lies and all that kind of stuff, but it stays there to the point where you see him kind of like break down a little bit, but still trying to hold on to that lie. But eventually, he stays quiet, and then he just writes it on the window,
Mhm.
on the how the prisoners, they have like, they talk on the phone
Yeah.
and stuff. So on the window, he just because it's all humid and stuff, he just writes like how he killed the girl. He just writes hacksaw.
Oh God.
Yeah. and so it it releases her, but just kind of like, I guess, the way it explores his psyche and stuff. It's really interesting to see how somebody could just be charismatic and such a psychopath, and in the end you kind of see how he, as a murderer, he really like had to control himself to not kill his wife. Because a lot of people thinking like, why didn't he ever kill his wife? And it shows like Zac Efron like multiple times he wanted to do it, but he never did.
Mhm.
That doesn't
That's kind of cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting to see that. But yeah, the movie's really good. I don't think it glorifies him in any way. It clearly shows that what he did was bad and that he got what he deserved in a sense. But it's really great. If you guys ever come across it on Netflix, you should watch it.
I think I'm gonna go home and watch it now
Mhm.
because I
I
should have
just
done that
haven't.
last week. I should have done that last
I
week.
need to, but I
should have
haven't.
done that. But the most recent thing that I saw, I don't know if you've seen this movie or it's like movie or show, whatever. Roll Bounce. Have you seen Roll Bounce?
Roll
down?
Roll.
Bound.
ROLL. Bounce.
Is that the song that Genie
No.
made? Or-
What
Well,
is that?
It's a movie. The actor, singer, songwriter, whatever, Bow Wow. You know who he is, dude. It's a
That's
movie
the
about
best
like
shit.
it's about retro, like roller rink, like they're skating and stuff, and they dance to
Oh.
80s music and shit like that.
I know
dude.
which one you're talking about.
There you go.
Sounds like rollerball, but like ghetto, I guess.
yeah,
kind
I
of
mean they grow. It's a bunch of
basically.
kids that grow up in the South and all that. They grow up in like just that's all they had to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go into
okay.
like they go to the roller rink and all that. They just go. And they go and compete and just dance and have fun, but it's just the fucking soundtrack to that movie
Yeah, it's
is
really
fucking
good.
dope because it's a bunch of 80s music, like we're like
Never seen that.
disco. It's all disco,
Mhm.
and the Bee Gees and all that.
Yeah.
dude. So these
What
kids,
about the Bee Gees?
they grew up in the South, and since it was the area they live in, they're really poor, So eventually, the place that they grew up with, love to go and hang out with, and go skate, gets shut down. So they have to go to the north side, the rich side, and eventually they run into more wealthier people, people who are more popular, more advanced in the stuff that they do. And I'm sure you've seen those videos where like they do like line dances and stuff, and then they're skating backwards and fucking doing flips and shit.
Oh, it seems more technically like proficient.
It turns into like a whole competition, and like it's just I like that movie because of the fucking soundtrack.
That's cool.
All that all that old disco music.
Yeah, I remember I saw that in middle school. I think.
Roll Bounce.
Roll Bounce. You gotta check it out. I mean, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
What
simple.
was that, Netflix or
I found it on HBO.
HBO?
Or on demand. It's on HBO. Yeah, it's on demand. You can go on
I'll
demand right
watch
now
that.
and go watch
Been
it.
watching a lot of HBO
It's a really
stuff.
good. It's a really good movie. It's simple and it's pleasing. It's nothing too like, oh my god, like it's amazing. No, it's just
but it's cool to see
well-rounded
the
movie.
dichotomy between
Oh yeah.
Kind of like what they try to the way they try to do it and versus him and I don't know how to say it. I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Oh god, already. Guys, we're 11 minutes in. Holy
that-
shit.
11 minutes, dude.
That
Come on, Albie.
is it?
Come on.
We haven't even done a beer break.
Well, dude, it's because I didn't eat, so
It's
I don't
okay.
know why he comes here unprepared.
I was asleep, so that's why I didn't eat. And then
You told me that
then
you
you kept
picked up
texting and
food.
calling me, and I was like, God damn it.
It's okay. They let the alcohol kick in.
Yeah, right?
Let the alcohol kick in.
It's going to be like the crazy.
Rated
R.
yeah, so what have you guys been playing?
I've been playing Jenny.
That's
That's what you sounded like. That's why.
Life's like a box of chocolates.
Life's
know
like a
what you
box
gonna
of
get.
chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
I mean, yeah.
Sadness.
Oh, fuck. I mean, I've already mentioned my game, so I'm good.
You're gonna mention your game.
Yeah, I mentioned Uncharted.
Oh, it's true. You're playing
and
Uncharted.
then you mentioned
The
Uncharted.
sucky ass game. That's fine.
Well, then why don't you mention something you're watching recently then?
No, you did.
Oh, you
Why
did.
not?
Oh, what the fuck am I?
Dude, you're drunk too. Fuck.
You did both of them. You did both of them.
Signing out.
So, John, what have you been playing?
Fuck.
A lot of Halo. I mean, again, I'm getting back into the old roots of just playing old school Halo. A lot of Halo 2, Halo 3. It's weird, dude. Like I can be like Days Gone just came out, or
Yeah,
there's
Days
all these
Gone.
other titles coming out, and they seem interesting. But for some fucking reason, I always just drift back into Halo, and I just get obsessed, and I'm just there playing. Like I do stream, so I stream just for fun. It's nothing too serious. Whatever comes with it, it'll happen. Whatever, right? But these past couple days that I've been playing Halo, I'll play for fucking 6 hours straight. Just constant Halo. Just having fun. Whether it's socials, playing from Halo 1 to Halo 4, Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, social games. I'm just having fun with multiple playlists. And then there's also the competitive scene, or that's where I fucking love to play and compete in, because I'm a competitive person. It's what I grew up with my whole life in sports, whatever, right? But, just Halo itself is just something that the minute I'm gone from it, it's fine. I'll go play a game for like a month or two, have fun with it. But then the minute I get back on fucking Halo, just grabs me by the fucking balls and says, "Come here." And it grabs me, and I'm hooked again. So that's what I'm recently playing, because since, again, the whole social games, playing with a bunch of randoms and just having fun, a lot of the game types are real fun. 4v4, 8v8, even 2v2s. It's good fun.
Yeah,
It's good fun. It's good fun.
And how is it like whenever you're finding matches and stuff? Is it like fast?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, at the moment, so if you haven't played the Master Chief Collection, it's pretty much all of the Halos in one game.
Yeah.
Halo 1, 2, 3, Halo 4,
ODST.
even Halo 2. Not ODST.
No?
No. The Halo Reach is barely going to get
added on
to the game. But also they have Halo 2 Anniversary when they remade Halo 2.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 5 games that are in one
Halo 2's
game.
dope.
Yeah, dude. Dude, so many countless hours in middle school. Getting home from school just for at 3:00 and playing till midnight, dude. Just all the time. Like it was just like endless, just grind of just playing and just it was waste of time. But it was fucking awesome, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree.
But for the most part, those are the games that are in the disc. So whenever I search in social games, it just throws me into whatever game.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 1, whatever, and then it throws in a snipers match. So you're just playing snipers. Or, just objective games and just
That's really
random
cool.
bullshit.
I mean, that shows that Halo, like, after all these years, still has, like, a strong...
There's a good
following,
community.
yeah.
And
Fuck you, man.
dude, and there's...
Fuck
No,
you
but
yourself,
dude,
man.
No. Fuck him.
I
He
know,
was the
dude.
one talking shit
Yeah.
last episode.
Hey,
Halo's
hey, I
nothing.
was just-
Halo's nothing.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike, go.
Oh, but Counter-Strike takes, like, 2 seconds to...
Look, but the thing is, my argument
Eat
for...
asshole.
So that's a different thing, though, because
Don't
my
listen to him.
my
He doesn't know
argument...
what he's talking about.
My argument with the video game is because
Always drunk.
you guys were talking like RPG games. Mine's an FPS, so it's
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
different.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Just like to kiss
Like-
ass when it's not an argument.
Shut up. No, I'm just saying. Hey, like, obviously, I'm gonna defend, some.
Just so everyone knows, I'm really gonna reference
Oh,
past
no,
episodes and
aside
give
from
these guys
that-
shit.
Aside from that, it's just one of the dirtiest games where people love to talk trash.
Yeah,
People
Yeah.
That's
talk
fair.
trash.
And how's that for you?
crazy.
Like, do you mind it at all?
I don't care because I talk shit back. These talk shit. These are the ones that talk. These are the ones that talk right here.
Do you think
I'm not like that godly, but I'm pretty good at the game.
has that and that's never affected you, right? Like people talking trash to you?
Nah. I mean, it's funny because it's funny because people actually just try to like get under your skin. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't even fucking know you. You're someone
Yeah, exactly.
You're
right?
someone that lives
Yeah.
with like you probably live like
It's funny you say that because like I've read articles about like how people
bullying, cyberbullying, and all that.
yeah, cyberbullying stuff, and like I see it like when it's coming from like maybe a personal friend or something.
Oh yeah,
But
something
when it's
very
random
personal.
people, it's like, why do you even care? You're never gonna see or hear this person ever again, probably.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it's
dude.
up until like where they keep following them, joining them in their parties.
That's
some
yeah.
kind of like stalker shit
Yeah,
digitally. Like,
that's
yeah,
bad.
I could see that.
That's
but
bad. Yeah.
anything else is just kind of like, yeah, you're right. I don't fucking know you. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
Fuck you, 10-year-old.
exactly.
Your mom pays your account.
No, but yeah. So what I was saying before, I was really interrupted by this person.
Oh,
Named
shots
Juan
fired.
Labs.
Eats ass.
No, I don't do that. Just
What were
you.
we gonna
No,
It's
ask?
gonna
sorry.
escalate to different organs
Shoot your
with
shot.
the lick.
Shoot your shot. That's what we're gonna ask me.
No, but I think it's cool that like you can still find a match for something so old. I mean, obviously the Master Chief Collection came out like in 2014 or whatever, but
I mean, I'm not good with dates
Yeah.
in video games.
or 2016. I don't know.
Some point.
But like that's cool because like for example, if I try to find a match in Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, right,
Yeah.
or the original Black Ops,
You're gonna find a lobby of
takes
modders.
forever. It takes like 3, 4, 5
Do
minutes.
you mean like PS3?
Yeah, PS3
or-
or even PC. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And
yeah,
it-
'cause
And
I was
you
like,
see, we're
that's-
talking about a Xbox One
yeah.
that has Halo 1 from the original Xbox on the Xbox One. We don't have to go all the way back to those old consoles.
No. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're
fucking
right.
hate the name
You're
of that
right.
console.
You're
Just
right.
putting that out there, like.
But
But I
for-
guess that's what's cool about that collection. How it just brings Halo to one place, and
Yep.
and it still has.
Yeah,
a
that
following.
is
that's
pretty
what I
cool.
really love
That
about
is
it
pretty
because
cool.
it's all the games in one.
Yeah. Because
So-
like right now,
And it's a good community. It's a good community. It's really good. It's really good. Because, I mean, games, you find them really fast. It's just maybe on the competitive games, like Halo 3 playlist, Halo, not the only competitive games are Halo 3 and Halo 2.
oh really?
Yeah.
Fill up.
Yeah.
That's where
I
everyone.
mean, that's
those-
kind of where it's at,
Yeah.
in my opinion,
Yeah.
anyway.
Dude,
So,
I'm happy about that. So,
Yeah.
but for the most part, competitive games, those do take a while to find because, not a lot of people are as sweaty and, wearing their MOG sweatbands to, get to level 50.
yeah.
But still fun.
Mm.
Still fun. So, what game are you playing at the moment?
Nothing.
You said Uncharted already.
Oh yeah, I was
okay.
playing Uncharted with my brother. But more recently, I was playing the Division 2 and Spyro. And on the Division 2, I already reached the level cap. I like the game.
I haven't played it.
It's fun.
It's a fun
Is
game.
It's fun.
Better than the first one?
it's
Not as
probably-
repetitive.
Yeah.
Probably because I know when I played the first one, I stopped playing like after level 10, And,
I stopped like at 15.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
And here I went all the way to level 30, and then you just have this need to want to find better gear and stuff, you know.
So is it not as repetitive as the first one?
So what I would say is that there's some
I'm gonna
side
play the first
missions that are copy paste completely. I mean, to the point where like even like where the speaker is in the exact same place of
Really?
the street. Yeah, it's that part's a little bit annoying, but the fact is that the main missions are completely unique. I mean, in the end, you're always just shooting people, right?
Mhm.
But
I'm
the
not saying
running gun.
unique is
Well,
a little
but
stretch.
the main missions they're unique in the environment that they're set in. You know what I mean?
There you go. That's
yeah.
the way to put that.
And yeah, that's what's cool about it. That's what maybe kept playing. But yeah, so yeah, I'll talk about Spiral later because that's actually goes into later on in the topics.
Oh, yeah.
But more into the division. Yeah, I think the guns sound awesome.
Clean.
Yeah, and also
Yeah,
when you shoot
for
people,
sure.
like when you do that headshot, just
Mhm.
it sounds just like fuck.
That says everything right there.
It
That
just
says
it
everything.
sounds really realistic. Yeah, it's
Dude.
satisfying. I mean, obviously, I'm talking about killing people digitally, but you know.
K10 on the edge.
Right.
But it's really fun. I mean, I've played with Juan and I've played with Carlos, and we've
Mhm.
played at least once with like a group of 4. But even playing by yourself, it's a challenge. Like I went through
It's
I
not
went
as fun for me.
Playing
For
by
me-
yourself?
so
Yeah.
for me it's fun because like when you're by yourself, you can't rely on anybody. I can't rely on somebody reviving me, right? And so like I did these 2 strongholds, which it's recommended that you do it with like other people, but I did them by myself, and it was the first one was tough.
Your way of strategy changes completely.
Completely, yeah. And then second one, Stronghold, the one that I was playing, dude, I died like 15 times, and I didn't want to quit because when you quit in the division, all your progress is lost. You know what I mean? On that mission, and some missions go on for like an hour in a
Dark Souls.
Stronghold. Exactly.
Dark Souls.
But it was cool trying to find
Fuck Dark Souls.
like
dude.
the strategy to overcome the Stronghold by
Yeah.
yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's really fun. I don't think it's as good as Borderlands, but I think it's really fun.
See the way
The
way
random shot at Borderlands.
It's
random
it's
shot
not.
to
Hey, I'm
Borderlands.
just saying. For me, Borderlands is pretty much the example in terms of looter shooters. At least Borderlands 2 is the example in looter shooters, and I still think that
disclaimer.
they
I've never played
falter.
Borderlands.
They still falter.
What?
I have not. Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
So
I
you've
don't-
never
I don't know
touched
what I'm
Wait,
more
hold
mad
on,
about. I
wait.
don't know what I'm more
It's
mad
'cause-
about.
No, it's because I'm telling you, the Halo was the game that I fucking just
Give a fuck.
woke up and played all fucking day.
If you play Destiny, you should play Borderlands.
well, because that was the first game I actually just said I'll give it a try,
Yeah.
and I fucking fell in love.
yeah, Destiny was fun.
Yeah,
Fuck Destiny 2.
D1 was the best, but
Yeah, so that's basically what we've been playing and
Sweet.
watching. Do you guys want to have a beer break?
Yep.
Let's do it.
I'm thirsty.
Beer break, beer break.
Hey, you seem a little hyper there. You're happy for this. I'm happy for that too. I'm just gonna get fucked up.
Right? Look. Wow. Yep.
I
He's
need,
ready.
I need a beer.
We'll be back. Hey guys, we're back. We're gonna do a beer break because that's
Bobby's not gonna make it afterwards.
Oh, I mean, I barely opened this one, so it's
So-
still brand new.
So mine's
new too.
are you
Okay, yeah.
are you guys?
Yeah, we're all doing new.
Okay, yeah, 'cause-
if you ain't doing a new beer, you're fucking shit.
So we're back and doing a beer
Because I don't
break.
think they believe us that we didn't open this. It's off camera, but it's brand new.
Yeah, we're gonna
Shit pouring in pint
we're
glasses.
we're gonna chug some beers.
Oh, that's true. The pint glasses. I
Just
remember
so you guys know, this is a more seamless transition because the other one I didn't say we'd be back. So yeah,
that. And we're back.
but now we're back. So
Let's do this.
seamless. Hold on. Let me open it. All right.
At least so you know that his is really full,
It's
so he can get fucked up.
I mean, he already is.
You guys ready?
We want him to get more fucked up.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Cheers.
Yay. Cheer. Cheer.
Long cheer.
Oh, I can't do it. No, it's fine.
My beers are cold this time. Fuck.
Ah!
The pain.
That's why mine's been sitting there for a minute. Done.
My beers are fucking cold this time. Dude. Last time they were like the perfect temp to chug. I'm not saying
when
all
they're
beer should
cold,
be
it's a
like
bitch.
warm. Can you drink beer warm?
It's disgusting.
Like lukewarm?
Fucking Albie's dying.
Dude, I don't understand how people can fucking drink beer
I'm
hot,
not gonna
dude.
drink that shit.
Fuck no. So,
Albie just finished.
I'm done. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
fuerte aplauso for
sorry,
Papi
guys.
Albi.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know what
No,
Papi
no,
is.
no, it's fine. Beer break is done. Now let's go to the next topic.
Okay, jumping right into it then. Fuck it.
How are you guys doing?
GG's.
Fuck.
Fuck!
What's
Sorry,
happening?
guys. Golden State's winning. Fuck
Golden
that bullshit.
State's going to win another championship this year
What
because
are
the
you
Houston
guys
Rockets
even
just
talking
choked
about?
on it.
No, just basketball.
Just
The
basketball.
pointless sport
Sports.
of
You
America.
guys watch basketball?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a pointless sport.
I feel like a lot of
Nerds.
sports
Nah,
are pointless because think
Do
about
not
it.
talk shit about hockey.
Think about it. Basketball,
Fuck you,
the
man.
basketball just goes back and forth in the same hoop. Football,
So?
the ball goes back and forth,
Hey,
end zone to end
At
zone.
least it's contact and someone gets hurt.
Okay.
Hey, I mean,
Hey, I love baseball. Though.
Baseball's cool.
Baseball's a game of failure.
I mean, don't you think we just put too much attention to all these balls that have no significance to life?
Well, you
whatsoever?
love balls.
Shut the fuck
You
up.
have balls. It's no significance to life. Our balls create life.
You're talking about
That's-
plastic balls.
Well, okay, we're getting into anatomy of the male, female.
All right, so next topic.
I'm gonna bust out old Scully.
Next topic. So we've been talking about balls. You know what trailer has real balls? It too.
It
Nah, that's right.
too,
That was
Mr.
that was the
Pennywise.
corniest fucking thing to
I
say.
had no idea. That was like probably the weirdest transition.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. I mean, I'll take
Mr.
it.
Pennywise.
So it too. You guys saw the trailer? I saw the trailer.
Fuck
So
yeah,
what do
we
you guys
did.
think?
Shit, man.
From such a small trailer, I think we'll get another teaser trailer later on. But
Yeah,
for the most
yeah,
part,
in-
this one was pretty
indefinitely.
good. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I've seen
The
because
fuck?
it's called. I mean, it's called It trailer. I mean, It 2 trailer.
It's
Is
a
that it?
teaser trailer.
it's a teaser trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, because they didn't show us anything. All it showed is the beginning with Beverly,
Beverly.
which is pretty much how the whole movie's probably going to kick off.
Right. Yeah.
Because this is where she is now aware that Pennywise is back in Derry.
Mm-hmm.
And, you
And
know,
how
that's
does
just how the book played out.
How does that happen again? Did she just go back to Derry?
So, Beverly has an interesting arc in the book where she goes through a lot of shit because she's actually one of the few that kind of leaves Derry
Yeah, she
later,
left, yeah.
to my understanding. And she comes back just kind of wanting to revisit things and just kind of like, I guess,
Visit old memories.
kind
or
of
something like the
cross
past.
over those hurdles, right?
Just kind
And-
of like closure. in a
yeah,
way.
exactly. And now that she goes back, you know, to her old home, which obviously, you know, her abusive father and just kind of all the crazy shit she went through in that film. And obviously you guys see that old lady and she's just fucking basically, I don't know the fucking word, but she's another version of Pennywise. What the fuck, dude?
She's just twisted. He just, hey, watch out, bro. There's a chair there. Don't hit yourself. I mean, the old lady was a little twisted though. Like even when I
Oh
put,
yeah,
right
I mean,
from the beginning.
because she's a form of Pennywise.
Pennywise.
You know? And that's the cool part. I mean, like more
Wait,
than anything.
Did she reference? She said a line that said from the Star Wars trailer. What is something that
From the
some
Star
people
Wars trailer.
the Star Wars trailer? Remember when she says like,
What are you
oh,
talking
some
about?
the people that are dead are never really gone or something.
The fuck?
Ah, dude,
I know what she said. But I don't think that's any reference to Star
dude, I know,
Wars.
but no, it's because for the trailer for the last one. Anyways, continue.
What's that got to do with
No,
it?
this has nothing to do with it. It's just that one line that it just rung a bell in my head. It's like I've heard this somewhere.
I mean, Star
No
Wars.
one's ever really dead.
I'm not
Like
excited
that part.
for Star
No
Wars.
one's really.
Wait, we're
ever
not talking
dead.
about Star Wars, D.
I know.
We're not
I'm
talking about
not.
Star Wars.
Well, the point is, after
That old
Beverly
lady.
witnesses this creature, which is fucking awesome. I'm glad they didn't reveal it. I think that's something that's really cool about It trailers in general. Like if you go back to the first one, they don't reveal any of them until you actually see the film, and it brought a curiosity and it brought a suspenseful like what the fuck is she actually seeing and how does she survive that, mind you? Because I mean it looks like she's trapped, you know, in the scene. And what's cool and what I love, and this is like the big reveal if anyone paid attention, was spoiler alert. Before, unless you read the books, I hope everyone read the book because the book's a great fucking book.
I haven't read the book.
But basically, if you notice throughout the trailer, there's only 6 of them.
Yeah.
So there's only 6 of them. Stanley is obviously not with them. As you look through Bill Hader's there, James McAvoy,
Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain. I don't know the rest of the actors.
The guy from
Yeah.
Old Spice.
The guy from Old Spice.
He's
It's
playing.
him?
He's playing the.
That's him?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
black
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
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 It's
That's
something
crazy.
Mustafa. Something.
He's fucking tall.
Yeah, dude.
Anyways,
But yeah, so the fact that he's not in the trailer gives me a lot of hope, because the fact that, like, if you guys look back at It One, the way they killed Georgie, the way they got really gory with it, and the way they just fucking kind of did their own spin on it, and you actually saw what happened to Georgie, makes me to believe that basically the first Beverly scene that we just witnessed through the teaser,
yeah,
and then when she starts doing the phone calls of all the Losers Club telling them, hey, Pennywise is here,
he's
y'all
back.
gotta come
Yeah,
back.
he's back.
They're gonna cut to that scene, the infamous scene where Stanley kills himself because he does not have the power or the willpower and
To
mental
fight him again.
stability to do it again.
Oh.
And he just offs himself.
The tack of the microphone stand. It just fucking hit me. Which one's which one's Stanley again?
Stanley's the curly-haired one.
Okay, yeah,
He's
yeah.
basically the one that dealt with the painting.
The painting.
The
Okay.
painting, yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
remember from the old one, he was the first one to die.
Yeah, and
Spoilers,
I'm not
right?
gonna mention
Obviously.
anything else in general, but like what's really cool, there's a lot of cool shots of what's to come. They are back in the sewers. If anyone recalls the old film, it's just fucking wasn't good, man. And honestly, like the second half was terrible. I mean, the first half was always something I'm gonna keep close to my heart because it did creep me the fuck out. Because thank you, Tim Curry, for making a great fucking role.
It's a clown, man.
Yeah, dude, fuck
Fucking
that shit. I
clown.
mean, like he did a good job. That's the one thing that's really great about the old one. And I think the second one, no matter what, like I think I'm gonna enjoy it because I did not like
The original second.
the original, like part two.
Why
The
was
original
Part two,
Why was it
chapter
so
2,
bad?
whatever
Like-
it was called chapter 2, right?
It was just kind of a little bit of everywhere, and like kind of where they were going with the story. They didn't explain enough of Pennywise, and that's what I like about this trailer too, where
Seems
it
like it's
kind of
gonna
goes
explain
back to its origin.
Like
you
the
know?
origin, yeah.
Yeah, there's certain areas and there's certain chapters in the book too, if you read it, that really explains like how he kind of came to be not a demonic figure, but just kind of how he became like this presence in the town. And I feel like they're exploring that a little bit more, which is awesome. And he just looks fucking creepy. Like I really hope like I know in It One, they separated the kids
Yeah.
from Bill Skarsgård, which is awesome. So all their reactions are super real.
Individual.
And then like what was cool too was like when they were actually auditioning for this role, they didn't do the lines of it. They did the lines of Stand By Me from Stephen King, The Goonies. They did a lot of that kind of interpretation because they wanted them to bond the same way. So I'm really curious what techniques they did for the grown-up version to
The
do
grown-up
that.
version, yeah.
So it's something that I'm really looking forward to. The fact that Bill is not stuttering is fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, I
Like-
saw in the trailer he wasn't starting. I was like, okay, like
So he gets over that,
Yeah.
and that's something that I'm really like looking forward to see like a stronger Bill character. And I mean, I don't know if y'all know, but fucking James McAvoy actually, what did he break? He broke something in his legs. I forgot what, but he actually had to be hospitalized because fighting Pennywise. And
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was a scene where he's fighting Pennywise, I guess, with the rest of the crew or whatever. I mean, I don't really know the details, but he had a bunch of ice on his thighs and hamstrings basically, and he's like, "Yep, just fighting Pennywise."
Just got fucked up.
And I'm pretty excited for this film. This is probably the most anticipated film for me as far as like the rest of the year.
because I mean,
Wow, that's interesting.
It one was a good one. It was
Oh,
funny,
I loved it. One
funny, scary, everything.
Like
all that.
I think everyone's complaint was like there was not enough character development through, through the kids. But I mean, like honestly, like I didn't want to get to that. Like I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. Like it sounds shitty, but I didn't care about like their origin or
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they're afraid of. But
It's-
they really
the movie's about
kind of
8.
they kind of went through it. Where like he's afraid of that, he's afraid of that, he's afraid of that, he's afraid of that. Cool, let's get to Pennywise. And then
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
basically what it did.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they went that route. And this one is going to be really cool to see adult fears. Because, we're not going to see the same thing because they've all lived
They've lived
another
through their
25
lives.
years of their life.
Damn
and
it!
they're all
I was at
free.
work and I was like, dude, is it 24, 25? I was like, it's 24 years. It's 25 years.
And fun fact, It One was released actually 25 years later.
After,
after
yes.
the original.
I
So
remember
it's
seeing that
Oh,
little
okay.
fun
fucking,
fact. Yeah.
fucking little fun fact
Yeah.
there. That was awesome.
That's
Like a
fun.
little
So-
kind of Easter egg type of thing. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
cool.
It Too, number one, like movie of the year for me. Like
You think they're
that
gonna?
I can't
You
wait
think
for.
they're gonna do that for Jeepers Creepers? The Jeepers Creepers 3 was pretty trash, but
Fuck the director
No.
too. He's an asshole. Like I actually didn't watch that because I heard what he's done, like as
Yeah.
a person, and I'm just like, nah, fuck that dude.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a-
so
No, yeah, I mean, I saw the trailer, even though I haven't seen the new part one. I've seen the old
old ones.
It movies, but I haven't seen.
You haven't seen the
I haven't
the-
seen the new one.
Hmm.
Yeah, but just looking at it, like like it makes me excited to go home and actually probably watch part one.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
It's good.
mhm.
Because just looking at the trailer, it seems like there's a lot of moments or creepy moments that like in other trailers they would pay like a lot of attention to, kind of like slapping it in your face, you know what I mean? But in this trailer, like you see, like for example, when she's with in the beginning, when she's the old grandma character who's actually
Mhm.
Pennywise, like when she's looking at the picture, like the grandma character just like pops out.
Super
and, like,
awkward.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Like,
super
yeah.
awkward.
Dude,
yeah.
just Pennywise
and,
doing the little like.
and then she walks across and she's naked.
Yeah,
and she's,
naked,
like,
dude.
dancing
It's just,
stuff.
and then she gets all contorted and stuff.
Mhm.
It's just
But-
like, dude,
and,
like,
and you see in another movie,
I
in-
fucking love that stuff.
yeah,
though.
in other
Yeah,
horror
I
movie,
agree.
in
I
other
like
horror
that,
movie
dude.
trailers, they would pay attention to it. Like whenever she pops out, they would have gone like zing. You know what I mean? But like here, there's no sound effect, no nothing. It's just it's allowing the creepiness
Yeah.
to speak for itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which that's the kind of horror
That's what
that I'm looking forward
that's
to.
what they portrayed. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what they're
yeah.
gonna stand
So
by.
yeah, I'm definitely excited to see it too. I'm gonna see it when I go home probably.
the same way I'm
really
gonna go
want-
see the movie that you told me to go see.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's cool is like we get to find out kind of what he is. I feel in this film
And in part two.
because I know we had a conversation earlier that again another person who has not read the books, has not seen the movie, is kind of interpreting what's happening, and I have a good idea of what's happening. Don't want to really say it because I kind of want to find out for myself before I speak to it.
Spoil yourself.
But I know the first film really gives a hint of what's to come in that last sequence, and that's what's really interesting. I think they're gonna bring more light to Pennywise, and that's what's really cool to me because really like in the first one you didn't get a lot out of that either.
Isn't
You
his-
just gotta
isn't
really-
his god a turtle or something?
I mean I could get into that, but that's
I
a
know,
whole
I
longer
know. That's
conversation.
a whole long conversation.
Like there's a really like
It's
interesting
in depth, like
Mhm.
in depth.
Like,
You know what
it-
I'm
it's
really
so good.
Sorry.
No,
What?
go ahead.
No, no, what were you saying?
You didn't cut us off. We were just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, I was saying that's how drunk I am. I
That's
can't
okay.
even talk. No, I was like,
He's like mentally like, am I good? Okay, when do I step in? When do I step in? Go ahead.
Did I step in right now? No.
Do I go?
I'm really excited to see Bill Hader's performance because
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah,
dude.
he's a great
He's such
actor.
an underrated actor.
it's funny because he was talking to Conan and he was saying like, you know, when I was on it, I had to learn how to actually have a scared face because I didn't have a scared face. And then Conan's like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, well, when I saw Pennywise, I was just like. Yeah,
I know.
and the director came to me and he was like, "What was that?" And he was like, "It's my scared face." And he's like, "You gotta be more scared than that." He was like, "Oh,
So you
okay."
pretty much want me to be a little bitch.
So, but it's interesting
Well,
because I
especially
think
since he's playing Richie.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if anyone knows Richie, like
and I think it's interesting to see that like Bill Hader, he's the kind of actor you can tell in that interview that like he pays attention to feedback and stuff. And
Oh,
and
yeah,
I think that's
100%.
why he's such a great actor. And yeah, I
I
can't
mean,
wait
I
to
know
see
Barry on HBO just got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes for season 2.
exactly.
Yeah.
Barry?
Yeah,
I've
Barry.
seen that stuff on HBO
Do
and
you
I've
think-
never seen it though.
Do you think for people who probably aren't into the realm of Bill Hader, knowing that he's done like a series like Barry and stuff, and they just know him from Saturday Night Live?
And they probably know him from Superbad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No shit,
do you
right?
Think,
Yeah.
Do you
Right.
think that there might be a possibility that people don't take him seriously? You know, or they come in with that mindset of like, oh, I can't take Bill Hader seriously.
I mean, I think that's what's interesting. I think, you know, uncovering.
He's had big roles, but sometimes he has like small roles in movies too, right?
And most of the time, he's like just
He's just-
supporting character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
supporting
he's
characters,
a
like a
supporting
small role,
character
yeah.
that's usually like a, you know, comedic relief kind of thing. But I don't know.
But
I mean,
when I saw him in the trailer, I was like, dude, this guy's a funny motherfucker. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's the character too. I mean, I
Yeah.
think this guy has always kind of led that stereotype of what he comes into. But I don't know. I think some of these roles are not necessarily breakout roles, but it's always a different twist on who they are, you know, and
Yeah.
what they have and what they're capable of. And I think that's what makes a really good actor. You know, the fact that they pick up something that's not necessarily the same but different in a way of how they have to portray these characters, and Bill Hader has always been like a favorite of mine that I don't talk enough about. You
Yeah.
know? And I think Barry's probably next on my watch list outside of a couple shows. Yeah, dude, the fact like he was golden in Superbad. Like if there's anything that like him and Seth Rogen, I'm surprised they haven't made more movies together because their chemistry was super tight.
Yeah, dude.
Here,
And
kid, shoot the gun.
yeah, basically, McLovin, why the fuck you run away from? No, just freaking the fuck out, dude. It's so good, but I don't know. I think this ensemble cast itself, even though I don't know half of it, I mean, clearly they were chosen to play a huge chemistry role. And I mean, that's what was great about the first one. I mean, chemistry between all the children was on point. And I think that's what I loved about it. I think that's what I loved about it too. Like the first one, like again, like the fact that they were reading lines off Stand By Me, which is one of my favorite Stephen King films. Really, oh man, you're missing out. It's so good. So good as far as like child acting and camaraderie and friendship, and it's so good. And the fact that they were reading shit off of that, and then Goonies, that's another obviously, same situation scenario. Yeah. And I think at this point, like, it cannot disappoint me because I didn't like the second one. I mean, the second part was very far out there. It didn't really have much explanation, and the answers you do get, it's just kind of like, well, this is kind of fucking dumb. Yeah. So hopefully,
like Game of Thrones now.
But yeah, I mean, like it's going to be something I'm very, very much looking forward to. I've been waiting for this trailer for fucking months, and
Did you see all those like fan made ones that were just like, my god, it too is out. The trailer.
I've never seen that.
The fan made ones were just like
they're so well. They weren't bad. Actually, some of them were actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do I go down? No, sorry. No, yeah. I'm really excited for it. Like, it's funny. Like, I haven't seen the new part 1, but I'm still excited to see part 2. Like, even though I haven't seen the new part 1.
I'm bad with actor names, but who's gonna play Billy?
Bill?
Bill, yeah. Bill.
Dude, my boy James McAvoy.
Okay,
dude.
I'm sorry, I'm bad with actor names.
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, like
when I saw him,
James McAvoy is
X.
amazing.
I know.
Yeah, Professor X.
Yeah, et cetera, everywhere. Yeah,
the Beast.
Yeah,
dude. I'm really curious how he plays that role too, because I didn't expect him. I think I was expecting
maybe someone just a little bit more fragile or something.
It wasn't Chris Pratt. There's someone else that I thought of that
really Chris Pratt.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I actually wanted Jake. Sorry, I forgot. I said his fucking name wrong. Gyllenhaal. But yeah, but he should have been Bill to me. But then when they casted James McAvoy, super happy about that.
Well, what about like an Andrew Garfield in a way?
Oh fuck no. I mean, he's good, but no.
Well,
I can't do that.
I think James McAvoy is a good choice.
No, I agree. Like, I was actually really happy
when I saw
with
him
it.
in the trailer, I was like, really? Wait, is that Bill? Like, I just kind of like second guessed myself, but I saw him with Beverly, and they're getting all like intimate and stuff.
And then they like do the callback episode, like scene 1 and whatnot.
But so like, yeah, dude, he's such an amazing actor. So I mean, he's
and like, man, again, I was very like Jake Gyllenhaal. Like you're gonna fucking be great at this, and then the fact that they didn't, and then Jessica Chastain, I thought should have been Amy Adams, because they're honestly on both of them are actually on Sharp Objects, and dude, they're fucking twins as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But she would have done a great job too. But as far as like what we've seen from Jessica, I think that's gonna be great too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And yeah.
Okay, so let's go on to our next trailer.
So next trailer we saw was Spider-Man.
Spooderman. Oh, it says Spooderman. Spider-Pig.
Does whatever Spider-Pig does.
So Spider-Man Far From Home.
Spider-Man Far From Home. Oh wait. So spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
If you've not seen Endgame.
Tom
Tom
Holland.
I'm gonna make this.
Look, Mark Ruffalo and Tom Holland don't care about spoilers.
I'm gonna make this symbol so you can see, and I'll have a time code in the bottom, but just so you can see, we're gonna talk about spoilers right now. So, spoilers. All right. So you see that symbol again?
Even in the beginning of the trailer, Tom Holland says, "If you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, this is a spoiler alert," and then like immediately cuts black, and
like
then 2
he
seconds.
fucking cares.
No. Aside from that, like he says spoiler alert, doesn't even give you a chance. Like 2 seconds later, he just spoils it because I mean, whose face comes out? Iron Man. Like
dead.
2 seconds later,
On
I'm just
a
like,
mural.
all right, that's a
And
fucking
Spider-Man just
There
sitting
was
down.
like 3 murals.
Yeah,
3
Spider-Man
murals.
just sitting down thinking,
Yeah,
God, I gotta be the next Iron Man.
yeah.
No, it's fine. No. So, what
Could
did you
be.
guys think of the trailer?
I've been talking a lot, so I'm gonna let you go.
No.
first.
I mean,
What did you think about the trailer, John?
fucking assholes. Oh wait, a minute. Putting me on the spot.
Pressure.
Wait.
Pressure.
Do you go now? Or?
I mean,
That's
do we go now?
I mean, for the most part, like, you know, I'm a big fan of the MCU universe. You know, I've seen all the movies. You know, I'm not like into like the comics, but
Yeah.
you know, I do see those videos on YouTube when they talk in depth of like, oh, like little
Theories and
Easter
stuff.
eggs and just, you know, stuff about the comic books and blah blah blah. Like, there's a channel I watch. They talked about fucking Professor Hulk coming out in Avengers Endgame, and it fucking happened. So I was just like, okay, I'm up to date with that.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of homework with Spider-Man, Far From Home, and Mysterio and all that, and it was good. I like where it's going at, but I mean the elemental and the enemies that are like these big beasts. I don't know who they are. You know, I mean obviously it's part of the comic books, but I mean
Yeah.
for anyone that's new to the movies, that they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But
I mean-
the one thing that really caught my attention was Nick Fury, because
How so?
when they're like in a tunnel or like their little secret hideout, and it's all of them, Mysterio, Spider-Man, Nick Fury, and some other chick. They're like,
Coulson.
the one thing
No,
that
not
he
Coulson,
says
it's fine.
when the snap happened, alternate universes happened. That was just like a whole game changer.
Yeah.
So everyone starts speculating and just starts coming up with
So-
a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, no, and this is where Endgame starts to make sense.
Yes.
Because everyone is curious about Gamora being alive, and,
Mhm.
and she is, but she's not the same Gamora.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
she's
she's
and-
a different
and-
universe.
Alternate
Gamora.
reality in a sense.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
exactly.
Alternate
But mind you, that's exactly why it's left open, because Gamora wasn't put back. Right.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so that explains literally why the multiverse is going to happen.
It's
And
gonna happen.
also, it leads them like a huge segue to be like, X-Men,
What?
here you go. Like, you know what I mean?
This
And,
is your- this
and
They came
This
in.
is your portal.
pretty
Uh,
much.
Walk through.
Sansa was too powerful when she created the
Sophie
portal.
Turner. Sophie Turner.
I mean,
Sansa.
see that's what's crazy. I think what's really cool about this trailer is that like it makes us think. It makes us want to watch it because we just don't know how true it is, because you know everyone, you know, for the most part, that anyone that's
Because
aware
how
of Mysterio.
how sure are we that Nick Fury is not a bad Nick Fury from a different universe?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, technically, he
Maybe.
came back from
I
the
don't-
snap, but also there's that theory like that he's a Skrull.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
also
There's-
that
there's
theory,
so
but,
much.
but I
There's
think
a
that's
lot.
nonsense,
No,
quite frankly,
yeah.
as far as like a story standpoint.
Yeah.
Like he had to come back as who he is, and I think that makes sense. Now, I think the real big question is Mysterio is he a hero or a villain? And honestly,
He's a trickster.
he's a villain. He's a
trickster,
Yeah,
yeah, he's a
exactly.
villain.
He's a
yeah.
villain. And
So it's interesting you bring up. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You got it.
No,
You're
do it.
right on the
Just
money,
do
brother.
it.
You're
Do
right
it.
on the money.
Do I go now? No,
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
No, no. You gotta hold
It's
on.
it's a
Fuck.
running joke.
You're too excited.
Joke.
No, okay, so no, yeah,
Beer break.
it's interesting you bring up Nick Fury being bad, because I really do think that Mysterio, he's not letting in on everything that he's of who he is.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure he's bad, and the Elementals are just some
Images that he's portraying just to be the
hero.
The hero.
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
The hero.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool because if you think about it, like back to Iron Man, you've had all these villains who try to see themselves as the hero. You know what I mean?
Be
But
the
they never.
spotlight.
But they never really accomplished it. But it seems like Mysterio is actually accomplishing that.
Like Doc
facade.
Ock, Doc Ock was like the smart professor and stuff. I'm talking like I'm going way back into Spider-Man. I'm going way back. Goddamn.
But I think it's cool because Mysterio in the comics isn't like a super engrossing character, and what they've done with him here, it's like really, really cool. And I think in general, sorry,
No. Go ahead.
I think
I'm
in
listening,
general,
I'm listening.
I think in general, this trailer is way better than Homecoming, because like when I saw the Homecoming trailer, I was like, oh, okay, I see where you're going. That's what I would have thought you would have done. It's interesting, it's nice, it's cool. But you've told me the whole movie, and I don't want to see it anymore. And I still saw it, but I was just like, well, I already knew.
So
the whole
when you
movie.
first saw that teaser trailer, were you disappointed that you saw the teaser trailer before Endgame came out?
No, I knew Spider-Man was gonna be back, dude. I mean, that was.
Hey, but I mean, it's just.
At least for somebody like me who's like really into like what's going on and stuff, and the fact that I know that Marvel is always, they have 8 movies in advance that they're planning, and they do sometimes speak to what movies they are. I already knew there was a Spider-Man movie coming
what's
out.
that one Spider-Man movie with the Vengeful Eight or something, or what's it called? Like the something. It's a Spider-Man movie. Remember at the end of which movie is it?
Are you talking about Into
with
the Spider-Verse?
no. With Andrew Garfield.
The Amazing Spider-Man?
The Green Goblin, when he fights him at the end.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Wait, I didn't see
Yeah,
it
the
too.
Amazing Spider-Man. Well,
fuck that movie.
the Easter egg at the end, they go into the vault where Green Goblin became Green Goblin, and they have like all Rhino and Falcon, like the
Vulture,
Sinister
Doc
Six
Vulture and
Ock.
all that.
Yeah.
Vengeful Six, there it is.
Sinister Six.
Sinister
Sinister Six,
Yeah.
that one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that one, but I mean,
That's not coming back.
It's not gonna come
Sorry,
back.
buddy.
I
It's
know.
not gonna come back.
I think it is, because I mean,
Hopefully it does.
Amazing Garfield.
No,
No.
Amazing Garfield. He
no,
eats
no,
twice as much
no.
lasagna.
Confirmed. He thinks Garfield is amazing.
No.
Hey, I mean, I don't like Mondays.
No. Everyone fucking hates Mondays, dude. If you like Mondays,
I really hope whoever's watching this got that joke, because if not, you're too,
but you know
you're
what's
too
cool?
young.
because of Garfield, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what's cool about
Yeah,
the
dude.
whole multiverse thing is that in the end, these movies are really just Sony that made them, and Marvel is just using like their license to connect Spider-Man to the Avengers franchise.
Yeah.
And the fact that Spider-Man is the one that's introducing the whole idea of the multiverse makes me think that maybe in the future they might actually include like somewhere down the line have like Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire.
Oh shit, dude. That'd be
Nah.
That'd be
Okay, wait,
fucking awesome, dude.
No, okay.
Oh, I want to see that.
Look, we're gonna have an old Andrew Garfield. We're gonna have a fucking sad Tobey Maguire, and then we're just gonna have this young gun Tom Holland. Like,
Tom Holland.
Nah, dude. Like, no.
I want to see that.
Hey, you
Fuck
can.
no.
Hey,
Yes.
Think
Fuck
about it.
yeah.
Just think
Sorry,
about
I don't
it.
agree with any. It's because like they're all different Spider-Man.
Because they don't look alike
Hey,
though.
so just
I
to
mean, it
let you
doesn't
guys
matter
know,
if they look alike. They're
everything
just
Juan
not,
says is wrong. So, I was right.
You can't even read when you're drunk.
I can't what? You see, that's why everything Juan says is wrong. So why wouldn't you want to see?
What does that say?
28.
What does this say?
Fuck you.
I mean, point
Sign
is,
language at its
I
finest.
really don't think that's where they're going. No, just to be honest with you,
It's
like,
just-
like I know
cool.
you have hope, but
I mean,
you
how
know.
does Spider-Man go against those Sinister Six if there's like 6 bad guys? And shit?
I
He's
mean,
Spider-Man.
it's kind of in the comics how that's done.
Yeah, I know.
So
But I think, sorry, I went super off topic.
you really did.
Yeah.
But,
Nah,
but-
not really. No, I mean you were talking about the shitty
Yeah.
Spider-Man and then the really great one,
Yeah.
which in my opinion, I
I
love
do-
both Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire.
I do think in the end, this trailer does show like we're really going into more like Spider-Man coming across like actual personal troubles.
But remember how he mentions like, oh, why don't we call Thor and Captain Marvel? Like, he mentions that in the trailer. Like, I'm not the person that you
mean,
need for this mission.
At this point, though, I think Disney's definitely working together with them. I mean, because
Probably, yeah.
at this point, like, it may be they never really get their license back.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, they're all... Since Spider-Man is still part of, like, their licensing to be in their films, they're going to get some of that check.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
It's a
I
good
mean,
time.
at this point, they're going to just work together, you know?
Yeah.
And
working together.
so...
So now that they're working together, do you guys want to do another beer break?
The break of beers.
Again?
Yes, let's do it.
Damn.
Another beer break.
He's excited.
We're going.
I
So
haven't been
guys,
that excited.
we'll
so,
be back.
So this is Albie, Far From Home.
Yeah, I am far from
And
home.
it's about to go
I'm
down.
like 20 miles.
Movie
out.
coming out.
So we'll be back, guys. All right.
The holiday season.
That's your seamless transition for you. We're back, and we're ready to drink more and get more fucked up.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I mean?
Don't mind Albie, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
little excited.
I'm super excited because I've never been.
And he
Nah,
just
I'm
can't
just
hide it.
I'm so excited.
There you go. I got it in his head. I got him to take the song.
I
God
just
damn it.
can't hide it.
Dude, these beers are cold. I'm so scared.
I know this is gonna be terrible, but fuck it. I mean,
Guys, Are you ready to chug beer?
I should be asking to the three of us. Are our livers ready?
I don't have a liver.
Doesn't exist.
I'm a organ donor.
I don't have a liver.
Fun fact, everybody: your liver could recuperate after like 3 weeks or something like that.
After
Fun
3
fact,
weeks?
everybody.
It's a couple of weeks, yeah. It actually
recuperate?
it actually fixes itself. But obviously, if you're an alcoholic and constantly damage it, like in a way that what we're doing, then that might not work.
Fun
So,
fact, everybody. I don't have a liver.
Fun fact. Let's get to drinking.
it's been
All right,
sold in the
let's do
black
it.
market.
Let's do it.
The dark side of the
Alright,
web.
I'm not gonna cheers this time because it's
So
too
three.
much.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Cheerio, good mate.
This is hard.
I have like right there.
Yeah, I know. Same thing.
Tastes like crackers and bread and shit.
It's just too cold, man. Fuck.
Ah!
Oh, my headphones.
Ah!
That was a lot. Shit. Awesome.
Sweet Christmas.
Ah!
That comes out in they say that in God.
Luke
Snoochie
Cage.
boochies.
Luke Cage. Thank you so much. I'd go over there and give you a kiss, but that'd be
I mean, Luke Cage wasn't.
Please
no.
don't.
yeah. Thank you for helping me with that though, because Luke Cage. They say that a lot. Sweet Christmas.
Thank you, Carbach.
Thank you, Carbach.
Are you done? Or are we still on this beer break?
I'm done.
I don't know.
I did it. It's over.
Oh, God.
The
Let's
battle.
there might be one more after this. I don't know if he's gonna make it.
The battle has been won.
Just
The
don't.
war
just,
still continues.
Just don't puke in my car.
I'm not gonna puke in your car.
Oh man, he's got a deeper
I'm gonna
voice.
puke
I'm
on
a
your
little
car.
scared.
Battle has been won, but the war continues. So, guys, after that beer
That was a
break,
pretty deep one.
Right.
after that beer break,
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I am Batman.
Oh my god. The fucking demon was in his soul right there, dude.
That's not a demon. A demon is more like, I am Batman.
That's exactly what you sounded like.
It's
Probably.
like Exorcist and Robin had a baby.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Damn, dude, chill.
So next horror movie, next topic. that
Okay,
we're
so
gonna
the
talk
next
about.
topic. So I'm gonna just go ahead and moderate this in a way.
horror movies.
So we're gonna talk about horror movies. Are they good or are they bad
Modern horror movies are they good?
in general?
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, it's I feel like it's more of like the storytelling, because any
But wait, are they good or are they bad?
Yeah. Quick question.
they're average.
No,
They're bad.
that's not an option.
They're bad, then. They're bad. They're bad.
They're bad. Okay.
They're bad. I feel like they're bad. You know, I watch a lot of. I like watching scary movies, you know, but they're bad.
I feel that.
Okay, one go.
Yeah, I mean, as far as modern horror takes, I'm totally on like the bad side. I mean, it's really hard for me to like compare modern to classic because classic horror is the reason all these exist. And unfortunately, a lot of these films, though, there's a lot that I will commend because they do a good job. They just don't meet the cut at all.
Yeah, they
ever.
don't hold up.
Like ever.
Yeah.
So on this topic of modern horror movies, are they good or are they bad? I have to say, you have some really, really good horror movies, and the modern movies, but overall, you get rid of those out. I'm sorry.
What? What?
What? I have no idea what he said. Dude.
What?
Hold on. Modern horror movies, are they good or are they bad? Overall, they are bad, but the ones that are good are amazing. They call back to the classics that we remember to, and I think that those modern
some do it in a good way.
Yeah, I think some of the modern horror movies are so good that in the future they'll be remembered as classics.
So-
but on general,
Well, no,
They suck.
No, I agree. I mean, okay, so if since we're all agreeing that there's a couple on the side, what are your top 3 modern horror? And we're looking
Modern?
at like early 2000s and on.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say that's pretty fair versus going back to the 80s or whatever. But
Of course.
2000s and on, you know, name your top 3 films as far as like modern horror.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You started from 2000 to we're in.
I mean, 2000s, wherever you want. I mean, like,
Dude,
obviously, it goes all the way back to
Well,
2000 and all the way
I
on.
can
you
honestly
want,
say
you
for
can
the
do-
most part, like up to like right now, the series that I'm kind of really enjoying is the Insidious, Conjuring, Annabelle. You know,
I think Annabelle's Conjuring, technically.
Yeah, they're
That's
all on the
interesting.
same. They're on the same.
Insidious, too?
That's
Yeah,
interesting
I
because
thought
I
Insidious
hate
is a
all
separate
of them.
thing.
Huh?
Why?
What? What'd he
Because
say?
honestly, The Conjuring's not terrible, but
No,
I mean,
I like Conjuring 1 and 2, but I hate everything else in the Conjuring universe. I don't like Annabelle. I don't like Annabelle.
Well, they're all intertwined though. That's the thing,
that doesn't
though.
make them good.
If it's
I
like-
mean that's a fair statement, but like, why? Oh,
Ginger!
look, we got Ginger in the
Hey!
camera.
Ginger, it's
Get out of the
it's
camera, you
Ginger
cat.
cam,
Dude, wait, did she? Hold on, I'm
ginger
gonna check
cam.
if she paused it.
dude.
Hold on,
She
I'm
might
just
have
gonna
s-
get up real quick.
She might
Ginger.
have paused it.
I doubt she paused it, but you know, just
Hey,
in
guys.
case. 'cause
The
that would
Ginger
suck.
cam.
Just in case you're wondering what's happening, we have a rogue cat, and
Oh. There she goes.
and
That's sort of
she might have stopped. Well, she didn't. All right, it's good. Where were we?
First of all, so as far
I
as
just-
going back to Conjuring
I was just saying
series,
that like the Conjuring,
mhm.
Annabelle, and like a little
Yeah,
bit
let's
of-
let him
little-
finish before we dig in.
The Insidious,
Sorry.
like those whole movies, like they're all intertwined. Also, like The Nun. I recently saw La Llorona, and there's a part where Annabelle comes out in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of just
And you
La
don't.
Llorona,
Llorona.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. No,
Dude,
I didn't know
it-
that.
it came out. So when I knew going into La Llorona, I was like, yeah, this movie's gonna suck, whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
For
sure
most
that's what we all
movies,
thought,
for
yeah.
most movies, right? But when I saw Annabelle, I was like, what the fuck? Like, how are these movies like all like coming together? You know, why would you do that? You have to put on the mic. You have to tell them like they can see it.
I mean, they don't know he needs to have
okay,
he's
I
drinking
know.
another beer.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, like I just like how they're on that same timeline.
I feel that.
I like
mean,
how they're in that timeline.
I mean, I as far as like that,
Because what's the one that fucking I'm bad with actor.
No,
names.
you're good.
I'm
I
bad
mean-
with actor names.
I mean, honestly, too, like Conjuring wasn't bad. If there's anything about Conjuring 1, which I will give major credits to, it play homage to a lot of old school classic horror film like Amityville Horror, Exorcist,
oh yeah,
and
I
that's
agree.
actually what I've really loved about that one.
Dude, the basement scene was like my favorite.
Oh
thing,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, definitely. I mean,
it's fucking
It-
scary.
there's actually a Mondo print out there that's fucking beautiful.
of the basement scene.
Yeah, of the basement scene, and it's super nice. And I think, in general, like you know, that universe isn't. That's probably part of the good more than bad. Lately, they've had worser films, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Like they haven't been as
Oh,
strong.
yeah.
But overall, though, I do like that universe because it's still trying to stick to its overall classic roots and
Right.
and I think in general, like first Conjuring is probably like my first take on like modern horror being good.
Yes.
Because they really did,
Yes.
you know, do a lot of callbacks and as far as like doing the same techniques and styles of the previous generation. So, but what do you know any of your top 3?
Top 3 horror movies.
Yeah, as far as like
Fuck.
2000s and on.
2000s and on. Because I'm thinking back to the horror movies I've watched. I think for sure. Damn it.
Do you want me to sidebar you and I go?
No, it's good. No. I think for sure. One of the first horror movies that I really, really like. I forgot what the name is because it's like.
Describe it. I could probably get it.
So basically,
Right.
it's
Just describe it.
So basically, it's this woman who's in a college, and she goes to the college board of like job openings and stuff, and she finds one opening for like babysitting, right? And she calls the guy, you know, to see like what's up, like what does this job entail and everything. And
Paranormal Activity.
surprisingly enough, that guy, he's voiced by this dude who came out in the Last Action Hero. He's one of the villains in Last Action Hero.
I think so, yeah.
the Ripper, Saw, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. He voices this character who talks to her on the phone, and he talks about just like, oh, we need a babysitter because we're gonna be out, on a dinner party, me and my wife, and blah blah blah. She's like, okay, and
Taking
she goes.
tequila shots.
It sounds like The Boy. What,
It's
a better version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably
The
is.
Boy?
Because The Boy was terrible.
So
The Boy?
she goes. She goes to go babysit, and they tell her, "Oh, the baby's asleep. Don't bother him." You know what I mean? We
Fuck, this
we-
sounds so familiar.
yeah, we just want you to, be on the lookout and whatnot. And they tell her, if you want, we have the pizza number there, so you can order pizza, blah blah blah. And she ends up realizing, in the end, she hears that there's no baby crying or anything like that. And when she calls the pizza place, they also don't answer or anything like that. She goes to where the baby's supposed to be, and she looks. And
Do you know an actor or actress in this?
No, dude, just that guy who comes out. It's
We're
because
pretty,
it's
we're pretty
it's
much
really,
gonna go through the whole movie.
Yeah, no shit, right?
No. Well, I'm gonna cut to the end, which is she finds out that the reason they wanted her is because they're gonna do the satanic ritual, and they need to sacrifice her to their devil, basically.
Dude, I think you're fucking talking about a Paranormal Activity movie.
No.
It's like a weird cult, then, right?
Yeah, it is a weird cult, but it's not a Paranormal Activity movie.
Sounds
Dude,
like
it
actually.
sounds so familiar.
No, it does-
I
it
swear
it
I've
does.
seen
No,
it.
it was a little blonde little girl.
No.
No?
That's the thing. It's a
It
college
sounds
girl.
so familiar. Dude.
It sounds like what is
so
it? What's it
familiar.
called? It's the one. Well, actually, no. It's the one where Toby comes up. It's the
They
last
steal
one.
the baby. It's the baby.
Yeah,
they
no, but
put him
it-
the baby. They sacrifice
not
the
Paranormal
baby.
Activity.
No, but they sacrifice the baby.
No, I
in the
understand,
cult.
but it's not Paranormal Activity because I would have said, "Oh, it's a
Oh,
found footage
no,
movie."
no,
no,
it's
it's
not. No,
because
no, no.
it's on the tip of my tongue too, dude. Like I've seen that movie.
It's
at
called,
the very end though,
It's
right?
called like The House on the Left or something like that.
No.
No,
Okay,
no,
the house on the last house on the left. That's not that.
No, I know it's not that. No, I'm just saying that it has that kind of
the
name.
movie he's talking about. I've seen it.
Okay, you.
I
see
need
it.
a fucking name, y'all.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't.
I'm
have
lost
a name.
too, dude. But
I'm
I know
sorry,
the
I don't
ending.
have
Okay,
a
okay.
name.
Give
But
us the other two.
But she
That-
walks
that's
into
one
like
of
the
my
woods
favorites.
and shit, and there's fucking trees on fire.
And very quickly, I will say it's one of my. Yes.
yeah,
and
I
very,
know it.
Yeah. Okay.
I
It's
know.
hard. It's
I
hard to
really
tell
wish
which
we was
title.
doing
But
fucking
very,
name.
but very, very quickly, it's one of my favorites because just you don't know what to expect going in. Besides the fact that it's a horror movie, and it just surprises you, which is great. Second and third horror movies, I do know the names.
Thank God.
One.
Thank God.
yeah. One of them is it's not. Fuck. So this one.
God, don't fucking do this.
Oh, sorry.
You're like a whole teaser trailer in
Yeah,
one.
I know.
dude.
Yeah, I know shit, right? They should hire this guy for marketing.
No, one of them for sure is I think it's It Follows. It's one of my top.
What?
That's fair. That's a fair. I've seen It Follows.
It follows? No, dude.
Yeah,
So basically,
it's a pretty decent film.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much it's an allegory for STDs, basically.
Okay.
And basically what it is
That's fair. That's fair. That's actually a really fair way to put that.
Basically, there's this entity demon that's chasing people, and once they have sex with somebody, then the entity chases that person, and
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a
Big allegory.
it's-
Actually, the more you put
Yeah,
that,
dude,
yeah,
like, it's
big
big-
allegory.
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a huge statement to
Yeah.
like towards like a whole
STD.
STD.
And
stuff.
also, it's like if you think about it, like on a religious level, it's just like sin is consistently following you because you have sinned.
yeah, exactly.
Or like,
And-
So there's
and
multiple meanings behind that.
Yeah, definitely.
There's multiple
Yeah.
meanings.
it's cool because the monster, so to
Of
say,
course. The
can't-
evil spirit.
yeah,
Evil
the evil spirit
yeah, we'll just call that.
can't
Yeah.
be stopped by anything. You
Yeah,
know what
of
I mean?
course.
And it's not until the end that they realize how they stop him, and I don't really like how they stop him, but
But do they really stop him?
right, that's
What?
true. They do leave it a little bit open, but I do like that horror series because I think when it comes to representing an enemy that's hard to defeat and that's invulnerable, they do it like probably better than most because it can very easily go into a tensionless kind of film when the monster is invulnerable and can't be hurt by anything, but miraculously gets hurt by something in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if there's anything about that film is like the suspense as far as like no matter what, it is following you. It doesn't matter if you're asleep. It doesn't matter if you're walking around town. Like I think that's what was really cool. Like,
Who's behind you right now?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly, no, exactly. Like,
That's the whole premise of it.
I think there was a in the very beginning. There's a scene where the guy just keeps looking back.
Yeah, dude.
Is that bitch there? You know, and
Where are the dogs at? The dogs always bark at fucking ghosts. Where's the dog?
Exactly.
no
Where's
shit.
the dog?
And like consistently, like they built up that tension where like, man, it's coming. You know, and I think that was really good about that film. I think there's nothing wrong with it, but I feel like, again, like the fact that there's multiple meetings and like crazy allegory, like STD, which is hilarious. The way you put that, because I honestly didn't see it that way till you said it.
Yeah,
and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's a good film. I mean, again, it's not in my top 3, but it is one of the good batch for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And third movie, honestly,
Wait, let me cut you off there. It's weird that I said 3 movies in one, right?
Which one?
Insidious, Conjuring, and Annabelle. That's 3 in 1.
That's technically 3
go.
in 1. Yeah.
Go. I had to cut you off
it's
there.
the same universe,
Yeah.
but yeah. I mean, I could totally, yeah.
no, third movie would be
Human Centipede.
I had no.
The Human
outta here.
Centipede.
That movie's disgusting.
Dude, the second one, dude, where the fucking
it's
the
ridiculous.
girl gives birth
Did
to
you
the
see it?
baby. She fucking gives birth to the baby, and then she's trying to.
I don't want to know.
No, dude. Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
It's
Okay.
disgusting.
Yeah,
It's
it's
disgusting.
fucked. The second one was just
It's fucked
too
up.
fucked up, dude. It was just
I mean, no,
disgusting.
fuck all that.
So the third one.
You never seen them?
Yeah, I have, but fuck that.
Yeah.
The
I
third
wish I
one.
didn't.
I'll drink to that.
For,
Fuck that.
for me, one of the third ones is possibly The Invitation.
You know, I have yet to see.
Is that the one with
but I
the-
heard it's really good.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that the one with fuck, inform me because I've heard of the name.
It's on Netflix currently.
It's on
at this
Netflix.
moment. Yeah.
The guy from Upgrade comes out, and then
Oh, I knew who that fucker was.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that makes me want to watch it more.
What's that one horror movie with the fucking box and the button they have to press and shit? Is that Cameron Diaz or something? Like,
it's not. Fuck.
no, it wasn't Cameron Diaz. What the fuck am I saying?
it's not Cameron. Yeah,
No,
I was
yeah,
about
it
to
was
say
some.
that.
It was some white girls. I mean,
Son of a bit. It's like
you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yes, I think so. Cause wait, the box where you put it together, or you press a button.
That means press the button.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh no, I'm thinking it's
sounds
the
like
box.
Mr.
The
Mises
box. I
from
think it's
Rick
called
and
the
Morty.
box. The box. The box.
Oh, the box. No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the box.
Yeah, that was not Cameron Diaz, but I
It was
forgot
some.
who
It was some blonde chick, right?
Naomi Watts. I don't know.
Naomi Watts is great. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry. Going back to your subject.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So The
I'm so mad that I
Invitation.
don't know that.
The Invitation. The reason I really like it. I changed my mind. The third horror movie is John. I was like, no,
He lives and he drinks.
no,
Yeah, no.
no, yeah, you can give me another one for sure.
I like how we're making decisions for you at this
yeah.
point.
No, but yeah, the reason I like The Invitation a lot is because it really preys on kind of like the uneasiness of meeting a group of people you haven't really hanged out with for a long time. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like going into the awkward like family reunions and stuff like that. And then you
That's
realize-
definitely like, man, I want to call it horror, but it might also be suspenseful.
It is definitely suspenseful. But the reason it goes into the reason it dwells into horror is because these people have something up that's going on, because everyone comes up together, right? And they realize that the two people that invited them, they're married now. And they seemingly have the best time of their lives. And then they show them, oh, this is how we had the best time of our lives. And they show like it seems like it's a cult or something, and it just kind of.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't speak on it. But
Yeah.
feel free to spoil it because I want to watch it.
Well, it starts to twist your gears into like, what is going on? What is this cult about?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on? And when they end up realizing it's that they kill people, you know, basically.
Yeah.
Whoever doesn't conform to their
I
ideals.
object.
Whoever doesn't conform to their ideals, they kill. And I think it was really cool. It really preys on a type of fear that people have, which is the fact that, you know, you haven't seen these
It's like
people for long.
stranger danger.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Like basically.
Stranger
No,
danger.
and I feel that. I mean, like, you know, and again, like as far as modern horror is concerned, I guess it sucks because it's like modern horror films are cheap. So I mean, regardless, like whether they suck
Low
or
budget.
not, half the time they make good
They
money.
make their money.
You know.
They do.
And guess what? As La Llorona came out, I'm gonna go see it again tomorrow.
God damn it.
You see, that's one thing. Like I haven't,
It's your fault. No, I'm kidding.
We're the ones.
like I personally haven't seen La Llorona, right?
The
But
cray
I've-
bitch, the crying bitch.
My problem is that they did Californian Mexicans. Like, the fuck? Motherfucker, I live by the river back home.
Aren't they?
Yeah,
aren't they
dude.
Chicanos or Tecanos? Or...
Well, that's why, like,
Chicanos.
well, is it Chicago or California?
Wait, for what?
Like
For the-
Mexicans
the
are
kind
in
of
California, it's Chicano, right?
Chicanos.
Yeah.
Chicanos.
And then we are.
We're fucking beans.
No, there's
Frijoles con...
we're the Hispanics. Like,
Frijoles con hueva con guacamole.
but for the most part,
That was
like,
the widest way to say guacamole.
I mean, for the most part, the whole movie is just like it's just the urban legend that we were known
but
and
no,
grew up
it's
with.
not my urban legend.
Yeah, what I mean, like growing up, it's like you better behave because La Llorona is gonna take you, and I'm just like, oh,
Dude, I'd go hunting for that bitch. That was my life.
go fucking hunting for that bitch.
Answer me this, John. Like when I was seeing the trailer, it seems to really focus on like oh, everything's quiet. You know what I mean?
That's
And-
what every modern day.
But you see,
Scary
I
movie is.
I think that's one aspect of horror movies that sucks because
Yeah,
I think something like La Llorona, like you could really go into the aspect of like, how like for example, I've talked to my brother about like how I would personally film like a La Llorona movie, and basically I would really want to focus on just the fact that she cries a lot. You know what I mean?
And they do focus on that
Okay.
because
I haven't personally seen the movie, but I've heard a lot about it.
I mean, because for the most part, I mean, La Llorona is, again, it's an urban legend, Mexican, Hispanic urban legend of just a woman that had her kids,
Yeah.
that she drowned herself.
No, of course.
But, I mean, throughout the movie, they portray that, like...
See, that's what I heard was cool. Like the fact that they interpret that.
Yeah, they
Like,
did
the fact
interpret that because-
she's drowning him in the river. and
me
shit.
personally, watching this, going into it, I was like, hopefully it's not as bad as I would expect it to be.
Yeah.
But they actually told a story, which was really good. But the
See, if I watch this and I hate it, I'm gonna just look at you.
look, no.
So-
What's really I mean, I'm not. There's nothing like there's no like racism in this or whatever. But it's just like this is more Hispanic based, whatever. But then like the family that does get attacked, they're like a white family. It just doesn't make sense. It does make sense now because they don't know how to defend themselves against this Hispanic entity,
Gotta
whatever.
Get the huevo and rub
Yeah,
it all
the
over.
huevo. Yeah.
Frijole,
Exactly.
Oh my god.
But I mean, they attack a white family, the mom and her 2 kids, whatever, right? But still,
I
like,
see that. I guess.
but I mean, me
I'm
personally,
gonna watch it and I'll let you know.
Me
for
personally,
sure.
I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I mean, again, for like a whole scary movie, like you're saying, like the whole fucking down, like the pop outs and stuff. That shit doesn't fucking scare me because in any
It's
movie
obvious.
they enhance the audio just
Yeah.
to make it super loud, just to make you just do this, like you just land and just go.
Exactly.
startle,
Just
It's called a fucking reaction. It's part of your 6 senses.
so it's interesting because earlier you said that.
Am I ever gonna go over my 3 or what the fuck?
Oh,
I'm
that's
kidding.
true.
Yeah,
No, I'm
why.
fucking. I'm
No,
fucking with
no,
it.
I knew you were still on
You
your
know how
3.
he interrupts.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's why.
I don't interrupt.
We're not gonna
You
even talking about La
interrupt
Llorona.
all the time. I'm kidding.
I never
Okay.
interrupt.
I'm Batman.
Go for it, bro.
No. Let him finish his statement. I'm okay with it.
Let's just stare at
Like
him.
in general,
let's-
like I'm
let's-
just saying. I think my choices are solid.
Let's just
No,
stare
I'm
at him
pretty
until
sure
he
your choices are
finishes.
solid. It sucks because I can't remember the titles of my movies.
I really want to know the first one y'all were talking about, because I mean it sounds familiar. I feel like I know it, but it just seems very similar
really-
to other films I've seen.
I
So
really
don't
need
know.
to look for it. But
So if you guys find it, you need to fucking tell me.
no,
so I
for
can
sure,
watch
for
that.
sure.
Mhm.
No, all I was gonna say.
See,
which
the
is
minute he
basic-
talked about the ending, like being in the forest, that like whole like cult thing, I was like, dude, the bells were fucking gling, 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 gling in my head. Like,
but basically what I was gonna tell him, which is further into the topic, was like it's interesting that he likes La Llorona and stuff because he did say that overall he does think modern movies are bad, and I was gonna ask him like, why, but
That's true.
But
I mean,
but
that-
going,
no, that's a
this
valid
movie was
question. That's
good.
a valid question.
Wait, say it again.
no, well basically you like La Llorona, right? Which is
I
modern
enjoyed
horror
it.
movie, but why is it overall that you think modern horror movies are bad? Yeah.
Because I mean, one, just the plots to them, they're not that great.
Yeah, they're not strong
but
as
two-
they used to be.
They're not that strong. And then two, it's just like, for the most part, anyone that's really scared to sudden noises, they're gonna fucking react to them. They're gonna fucking scream. I
No,
mean,
that's
other
true.
than that, like, they're not good.
That's true.
They're not good. But for the most part, I feel like La Llorona had a
So
good
so
story.
okay, so just kind of like in a nutshell, you were entertained, but as far as like story driven greatness, it wasn't there.
No.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because
because
it was-
I could see that.
Yeah,
Mind
because-
you, I have the same thing with The Purge.
Yeah.
You know, I recently saw the first Purge, and
Like
what I
the
did
title, The
enjoy
First
about
Purge.
yeah, the first Purge.
Okay.
The reason I enjoyed it is because it explains kind of how it all began. Mind you, the writing was terrible, but I was entertained.
See,
There was
that
one. There was one really cool shot,
The
and
Purge movies are good.
yeah, I mean, I enjoyed them. Like outside of the first one,
Part 2 is good.
2 and 3, I
Two and
really
three,
enjoyed.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed those two, and then the first Purge, they took a step back.
Which is
Unfortunately,
Independence Day, right, or something? Or
it's
like,
I think it's just called the first Purge.
okay.
No, you're thinking 2
You
is.
don't have to tell me you're going to the bathroom, bro.
I'm going to.
You don't have to fucking tell me. It's like raising your hand. And shit.
But like the first two were really good. I mean, I really enjoyed those, and then
Yeah.
the first one, I mean, it brought like insight to how it all began, and I think that's what I enjoyed about it. As far as like a lore, like okay, we're in the Purge now because the government's just a corrupt piece of shit. You
Yeah,
know, and
the way it is
though
now. Yeah.
you kind of guess that regardless, and you didn't
Yeah.
really need a first movie for it.
Mm-hmm.
It just really shows like that insight for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it. I mean, for what it was, like you know, again, kind of like a
And I was
popcorn
gonna
flick.
fucking watch that yesterday,
Dude, watch it, man. It's not a bad watch.
seen
I
the-
mean,
the first
obviously,
two.
like again, if you're not looking for acting, if you're not looking for like crazy, like
And it's crazy
awesome
though. The
storytelling,
first one's fucking Sandra Bullock comes out, right?
no.
no. Hey,
You're
no.
thinking of
No. Yeah,
you're
I got the
thinking
wrong
of Bird
actor.
Box, I think.
No. And
Which
the
one are you
first,
thinking
the Purge, like the very, very first.
Oh,
Purge
I don't know
movie.
who that chick is. I know the guy was supposedly
Mm.
famous, but he wasn't good either.
Who is
I mean, we're talking about the first Purge.
You're famous.
Well,
You're
the-
famous.
literally
for,
the Purge one.
hey, you're famous for interrupting everyone.
But I mean, point is, I mean, like again, like Purge franchise in general is okay. I mean, like I'm entertained by
decent,
them.
though.
They're not story driven as far as like the recent one and the first one because they're unfortunately those weren't good. But 2 and 3 were in my
'Cause I
realm.
feel like aside from like the scary part of it, like they have suspense.
I think what's
They have
cool, like
slight action.
mind you, it is scary. Like I think when I was watching it, like my wife asked me, like, what if that went down? Like, would
Yeah,
you
no shit.
Would you kill people or would you? Like, it's
I
kind of a
wouldn't.
weird question for my wife to ask.
I'd fucking
but, like-
ostrich. I'd just be an ostrich. Just stick my head in the I'd fucking ostrich. Just stick my head in the
No
ground.
shit, and I think that's very valid. I think everything about like as far as realism and racism and just unfortunately where it feels like even like our modern day society is going towards.
Basically, when
there.
like, this is like the end of the world for one day.
In a sense, I mean, like
Yeah.
I think in general, it's just like again they explain why it was done and also how it was manipulated to be done. And
Sure, government-wise,
it's super
yeah.
cool. I mean,
I
personally, I enjoyed it. Again, it was entertaining. There
I
was
have to
actually
watch it.
one really cool action
I
sequence.
really do have to watch
that
it.
was probably my favorite scene. And other than that, I mean, you know, there's more.
I mean, from watching First Purge and watching
First Purge was trash.
all the okay,
Like
so-
just so you know, that
No,
was genuinely trash movie.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you agree? I mean, I think in general, I mean, one of the reasons modern horror movies can kind of suck is just that when they explain their origins and stuff, it's just, yeah, it's useless because you give away the suspense
Uh-huh.
and mystery of why that thing is so scary. And what's so great about horror movies is that in the end, you don't always figure it out. You don't always figure out why this thing is so, terrifying or this thing is so horrifying and stuff. And when they go in and explain it, it's just like, okay, you explained it, but now I know
It's like
exactly
the fucking Saw saga,
yeah.
dude.
Oh, I have a lot to say
did I-
about that.
dude, did I
Actually,
fucking get you
I
there?
have a lot to say about
Did
that.
I get you there?
Not necessarily get me because I mean it's an
Beer break?
interesting franchise on how you think about it. But I'm gonna
Beer break.
no.
Yes,
No?
Beer
I,
Break.
I haven't even gone over my 3 movies. What the fuck?
Okay, well, okay, he's gonna
So-
go over
so-
his
Go
so-
over your 3 movies. No, do it.
My 3 movies.
Yeah, go
Okay. Jordan Peele's movies, Get Out and Us, and I'm only gonna say that as a franchise
Fuck,
entirely.
I forgot about those.
I'm gonna say Hereditary,
Fucking asshole.
and I will genuinely say It as well.
And we talked about these fucking movies.
We
before
have,
this.
but I need to explain. So
Those are fucking
Oh,
good
yeah,
movies.
give me 1 second. I will totally explain all of that.
After this break.
No.
No. Let me finish. Then a
He's
beer
gonna
break.
talk about it
Damn it. Let me
right
finish. Okay.
Okay.
So
We'll
let
be
me
back,
finish.
guys.
Yeah,
we'll be
we'll-
back.
Ready? Skadoosh.
So going back to my 3 movies, it's Jordan Peele's franchises, which is Get Out and Us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Hereditary and also It. These 3 films, obviously, as far as modern horror takes, are fucking amazing. I mean, first of all, Jordan Peele's mind is ridiculous.
Dude.
I mean, like, comedians have always known to be dark, but man, like, half the subject matter just out of this world. Like, nothing that any of us could pretty much
It's fucking crazy.
ever
dude.
predict
super
or
It's really dark.
yeah, it's just it's crazy. Like it's relatable to social events. It's relatable in the sense of where we don't see where this goes. And what's fucking cool about Get Out? I mean, I still can't decide whether Get Out or Us is a better film.
I think Us is.
But Get Out's like the whole fact that the whole time she's covering her paper trail,
Yeah.
and then Us is just like an amazing, immaculate metaphor for the way the world we're
Yeah.
turning the world into. Just fucking crazy.
It's like a bigger message.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm really happy with what they've done, you know, and what he's done, and hopefully what he continues to bring. Because either way, like both his
He's
films
not
is
done.
great.
He's not done.
Oh, obviously,
He's
yeah.
not done.
He just, you know, what he brings next is what I'm looking forward to. Though I've heard negative things about Twilight Zone, and I'm gonna watch that pretty soon to find out for myself.
That's true.
So,
Never seen it. So.
I mean, it's a TV show. TV show and movies are 2 different things, I feel. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, going into Hereditary. So Hereditary probably has to be my top movie for, what is that? It came out 2018, 2017.
I'd say 2017.
All I know.
I'd say 2017.
All I know, it's probably one of the, one of my favorite movies of that summer. I mean, it's something that was very, like, different types of horror executed well.
It really was, dude.
Yeah, like, I
Not
mean, there
thinking
was
about
like
it,
that
it
haunted
was.
house feel. There was that very poltergeist feel.
You didn't know what was coming next, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of left turns. I mean, it was weird because, like, Exorcist feel was in there. The way they treated, I mean, Toni Collette should have gotten an Oscar. It's bullshit that she didn't. But
Really?
that scene when she fucking turns into her daughter for that brief second.
Yeah.
What?
And-
Spoiler alert, dude.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what this whole fucking show is. I mean, if you haven't caught that yet, sorry.
I'll probably forget when all this is over.
Man, motherfucker, like, we were just talking about it forever, and you didn't even complain, and I knew you want to watch that.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. So continue.
Too drunk. Anyway, point is, like, it's so interesting on like the viscosity of what they all have done. Like the whole cast. Alex Wolff was really great too as a supporting character. His Faces of Terror was probably one of the best things that, if I were to replicate some kind of face towards that, like, or expression, that's him. I mean,
Replicate it.
that's what I
Well, I mean,
said.
yeah.
This is the drunk happy we got to deal with.
Hey,
I'm giving this guy a ride home. God
Hey,
damn
wait.
it.
You said Toni Collette comes out, right? She's
it.
like a more comedic actor, right? In a sense.
Nah, I mean, I
No?
wouldn't say that. No.
Oh, really?
She
I'm
does.
wrong.
I like to think she does a lot of diverse film. I mean, she was in Signs. I mean, she was in a horror before. I mean,
I never seen that movie.
whenever,
God,
like,
get
which
bent.
Hereditary?
what the? Yeah, like,
You
yeah,
get
it's like
bent.
going-
Of course.
how do you not watch Signs?
Cause I don't watch crappy movies. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Yeah, this is the guy with the Fast series. Everybody,
Yeah.
get
yeah.
the fuck out
I've
of
said
here.
it's a
The
guilty
fast.
pleasure.
Guilty pleasure for sucking dick.
I'm gonna cut that out.
No, you're not.
Maybe, possibly.
You're probably gonna forget like
All
you
right,
did
but,
the other day.
Wait, what's your third horror movie?
No, but the Hereditary movie.
Point is, Hereditary is
Sorry,
amazing.
sorry.
It ends on a crazy note. That
It does because
again,
for
like-
most of those movies, like they just go through the whole fucking movie, and then of course you understand everything at the very end. But I mean, once you break it down and understand what's going on, like you just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No, and that's what's crazy. Like, if you see this movie once to its completion,
But then at the end,
you kind of know. Like, what's cool is like the second viewing just opens your eyes to how they
because
got
you have
there.
to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm. And how it all kind of created itself. Since no one cares about spoilers, I won't talk about that. But point is, great film. Definitely one that will always be forever in its next generation. His next movie's Midsommar.
I did enjoy Hereditary.
Yeah, that was a good film.
What has he done before Hereditary? Just wondering.
Honestly, I have no idea. I know he's not the same guy who did It Follows, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know. It Follows was probably like a top 4. Like, it's like the next 4th movie. But anyway, going on to my next one. I mean, I talked about that enough. I mean, I just thought it was a really great remake. And
Better than the original?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, once I see it in its entirety, I could say that because, I mean, mind you, like, for all I know, it bombs. But the first one was really good. I mean, the child actors, you know, the child talent that's ready to break wave to, like, what's happening, it's going to be great. I mean, just as
Those
far as,
child
like,
actors were really good, dude.
Yeah, I loved them all, especially, like, fucking Finn Wolfhard. It's probably my favorite out of the entire thing.
He comes out in Stranger Things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all of them in general did a really good job. That kid from Shazam, he's in it as well.
Yeah.
The guy with the broken arm, or he walks with a crutch the whole time.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
That kid comes out in it too, and he's really good. He plays Richie.
Interesting.
Wait, am I getting
the
that right?
gazebos?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
placebos?
there you go. The gazebos.
They're fucking bullshit. They're fucking gazebos.
What? Are you guys talking about?
You'll see.
Watch the
You'll
movie.
see. You'll see the movie.
I'll watch it when I go home.
But point is that's a great film in itself. I was always terrified of clowns, and obviously Tim Curry did a great job, and this one did a great job as well. There's actually an experience I had at 13th Gate. It's probably one of the best haunted houses.
13th Gate, the haunted house, dude. I remember you were telling me when we went to Dance Gavin Dance. You were telling me how you like
I've
skipped
never
the whole
been
line.
to a haunted house.
You missing out on life. Dude, the fuck? Someone possessed Audi. Point is, like, that experience was awesome, but the most terrifying one, in my opinion, was the It section. They had, like...
Which one? Which it section?
Like in 13 Gate, there was a whole section for it, and you were taken to the sewers, you were taken through the house, and it was terrifying. There's so many Pennywises, and
where was this
they all did a
13th
great
Gate
job.
at?
Houston, right?
Said Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana. Okay.
You went all the way over there. That's fucking awesome.
His sister lives over there.
Yeah.
Really?
Shout out.
What's her? Rosa,
yeah,
right?
Rosa lives there. But
Shout
yeah,
out to
man,
Rosa.
it's fucking dope. I mean, like, it was a great experience. I'm sure they'll have it in the coming years. And also, like, if you guys seen that Facebook video with that giant monster with Georgie, like, fucking Hank. Yeah. So that actually shows up at 13 Gate at some point.
That's awesome.
So that was really fucking cool to see. I mean, obviously millions of dollars into the production of that haunted house, but it was fucking badass. Like,
see, like, you're talking about like a well-made haunted house. Like Laredo had one. It was
Laredo sucks.
by like it. I mean, Laredo sucks in general, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's a
I
whole.
don't know why everyone
that's
shits
a
on
whole
Laredo.
No.
Personally, I come from a one-horse town, and
But
honestly, this is definitely a step up, and I enjoyed living here.
It's a family-based, like, city, whatever. But
It's better
like,
than a bunch of fucking...
there was
assholes
once
half the
I went to
time.
a haunted house, and then they had like a whole it scene.
Yeah.
The clown just like popped out and stuff. I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. I
Yeah.
fucking love it.
Well, remember when the kids were floating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen it, you fucking liar.
I've
so
seen the
they're
old movie.
so they're actually in the sewers. So like
Okay.
when you see them, like when you're walking through the sewer part where Billy's missing or
Yeah.
who the fuck's missing,
Georgie.
they're all fucking pop. No. The
Oh,
adult kid. Remember
yeah,
the adult kid?
Okay, yeah.
They actually all start popping up at
Georgie.
you. It's fucking scary, dude. Like, all I know, if you guys ever have a chance to go to 13 Gate, go.
I've heard about it. So,
But
I mean,
just in general, like, fucking badass. I mean, those three films in itself, like, always at this point want me... Like, it gives me hope for the future. I mean, like, as bad as I feel like modern horror has been, it gives me hope for the future because there is people that care about intricate details of actual fear. And,
yeah, that's cool.
And I think, like, you brought up a good point about jump scares and, the way they're using sound, and there's ways to do that. And I think
in the right way, dude.
yeah, and these films all execute that in various kinds of ways, and I think where I really set on, like, especially horror is my fucking thing. This is something that I'm very glad that we have these filmmakers, and what's coming next is it's going to be a definitely big thing, because I think if there's any movie I'm looking forward to next, oddly enough, because I'm a big creature feature fan.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
It's that movie Crawl. Has anyone seen that?
Yeah, with the alligator.
Yeah, dude.
Crocodile.
Yeah. It's that whole hurricane happening, and she's in the house.
The
And
girl who comes out in
I haven't seen the trailer.
Maze Runner comes out in it.
I have not seen the trailer.
She comes out in Maze Runner. Maze
But-
Runner.
I saw
good.
I saw the first 2 Maze Runners, and then the third one I was like, nah.
So the only girl.
The Blaze Trials,
No,
whatever it's called.
but-
yeah.
right? Blaze Trials or something like that?
No, the
Cursed
second one is called
Trials,
Scorched
yeah.
Trials, and
Scorched
the third
Trials,
one
there
is
it is,
called the
Scorched
Death
Trials.
Cure.
No, but okay. But yeah.
But you know the only girl in that movie,
Yeah.
basically, she comes out in the Crawl.
Okay. Yeah, but
I
sorry.
mean, I don't know if that makes us want to watch it more.
She's a good actress.
I'm gonna go.
If I'm being
I have a
honest,
lot of movies to go home.
Though
But yeah,
it
Crawl
looks
is
really
cool.
cool. I like really ridiculous film like that too.
Yeah.
And
reminds
what's
me
cool,
of
they don't
Meg.
actually show you the alligator a lot, which is cool because it looks like it's focused more on the natural disaster and the scary side of that, and then the crocodile kind of being the side piece, which is cool because
Yeah.
For
sure.
that's always been kind of scary. Like crocodiles in general too; those are crazy motherfuckers.
You know what's interesting is that her dad, or the one who plays her dad, he came out in Maze Runner. No, I'm just saying. Like,
Keep bringing up Maze Runner.
No,
and it's just
I'm
such
just
a
saying that her
random-
dad. So like already going into the movie, you know that these guys have some chemistry. You know, in terms of father-daughter relationship.
I mean, I didn't see Maze Runner to like know that,
You
so
gotta see
but
it.
I feel that. I mean, Dylan O'Brien. I mean,
Dylan O'Brien, fucking great, dude.
name other movies outside of Maze Runner.
Just Maze Runner. That's the thing I can't go against. But he came out of Teen Wolf, and he was great in that.
See, I actually liked Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf was interesting.
Teen Wolf.
It wasn't bad.
I'm sorry.
I saw like the
seen
first
Teen
3
Wolf?
seasons, and that's it.
I completely took you off what you were
Oh,
saying.
I mean, I'm pretty much done. I mean, horror films or modern horror is still kind of bad, but there's a lot of hope as
Yeah,
far as like
for
some
sure.
certain
There's probably like a
filmmakers.
fucking 15% of like horror films that are really good.
Yeah.
The other
No.
fucking
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I think everyone that y'all listed was pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
like some of the universe in yours was a little questionable,
yeah.
but I know what they're doing, you know.
Yeah.
And
I mean, in the end,
and
you
I feel
have-
good about it.
they're just trying to make you like, yes, everything's intertwined, but they're just trying to get you to
Yeah.
like, oh, another movie's coming out that's like pertain to the Conjuring series. Just go
Yeah.
watch it, you know.
no,
like,
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, you have these producers and actors that are, you know, there's some that really think about what it is that they're doing with their horror movies.
I think so.
and
That's
yeah.
why
and then
they're
some that
called
are not.
contracts.
Right. But like, at least at the very least, they're thinking about how it is that it's going
Yeah.
to affect you.
Yeah.
You know, as a
Mhm.
viewer. And I think those movies, as long as we keep getting those movies, I'm happy with modern horror movies overall because I can just ignore the crappy ones.
I guess that's fair. I mean, I think as long as there's something to look forward to, I guess so. Yeah,
Sure.
I could agree with that. I mean, because it's not like I don't give them a chance. If I'm being honest, like I'm a horror junkie. I mean,
I still go watch them.
I've watched-
I still go watch them.
if there's like a ratio of shitty to good, it's like 70-30 at this point. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you know, and I think some mentionables that I didn't mention was like Train to Busan. I know that's
Yeah,
actually a
Train to
remake that's going to
Busan.
happen. That's going to happen. And then obviously I
The
talked
Mist.
about It Comes at Night. The Mist was pretty
The Mist, I never
pretty
saw
decent
it.
film,
Never
especially
saw it.
how it ended.
Mhm.
Ending was like Stephen King wish he had that ending. So that was,
Yeah, he did.
so and I agree with that. I mean, there's quite a bit. I mean, that I'm still pretty like, yeah, they're great films.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. And
Cool.
that pretty much does it, right? For Beer Break. This
so.
episode, we talked about what we wanted to watch. We talked about the trailers. We talked about the horror movies. And we're done. Because I'm done. Because I can't do this anymore. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea if Albie continues.
yeah, I can't do another Beer Break, guys. I'm sorry. I'm super.
He is
drunk.
done. Oh shit.
Damn, hey, chill, man.
Damn, dude.
Chill.
Hey, security. Security.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, that does it. If you guys want, you can tune in next time to see what we talk about. And if you guys have any suggestions, you can just tell us in the comments, right?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too.
More topics to come.
There you go. So this is Albie.
More disagreeing with Albie.
Fuck you, man.
Hey guys, there's going to be a catchphrase here. I'm going to make a shirt pretty soon.
Yeah, what's
Are
your
you
shirt?
really?
It's going to say fuck Albie.
Well, I'm gonna make one that says "fuck Juan" and everything he says.
But your name's Juan also. So.
Fuck. I'm gonna put Juan.
Wait, hold on.
Well, I mean, you got me there. Whenever I'm not
do.
drunk, I'll be
You
able
really
to
gonna
tell
call
when.
me out on that? Look.
No, I can go back. But
Alright, yeah.
that does it for me, Juan and
John.
Jonathan. Nah, say.
Jonathan.
We talked about everything we want to talk about. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know in the comments. And if you like us, please subscribe, or else we're gonna die. No.
Not at all. Not at all. But anyway, be on the lookout for episode 5, reaction and review.
Episode
Definitely going to
5?
come out for Game of Thrones.
Right, that's true.
Because Albie's betting he's going to hate the series, and fuck him for that, because that makes him
Hopefully
not a
I'm
true fan.
there.
Little preview in the end.
That's true.
If it ends up being disappointing, 0 out of 10. I'm saying it now.
Signing out. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.